Hi and welcome to my channel. So is there any good news from the UK government regarding the time you need to stay in this country for you to get indefinite leave to remain? So indefinite leave to remain is basically permanent residency in the UK, which enables you to be able to live in this country free from any immigration rules and restrictions. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. And look, in the last 1 week, I have received lots of messages from many of you saying, Melvis, we've heard the good news. Has the UK government reduced the length of time that immigrants need to be on their visas, which is generally 5 years? Has this time been reduced from 5 years to 3 years? What is really going on? Because you've not shared a video about this. So in today's video, this is what I'm going to be talking about. We are going to be talking, has the government indeed reduced the length of time from 5 years to 3 years? Because guess what? This is something that is life-changing when you get that document, because 1 year later, you can apply for a British passport. And the day you receive that British passport, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, all this stress, all the hassle, all the sacrifices have been worth it, because now you are free. And so if you haven't joined this family, by the way, take this opportunity right now to hit the subscribe button below so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here. Because I'm on a mission to make sure that you're not only informed about the best opportunities that there are to move to this country, but I'm passionate about getting the best opportunities already in the UK. So if you're in this country, career progression, getting into nursing, getting jobs with the NHS, as you know, the NHS is exempted from the new dependent ban, which means that if you want to bring your family to the UK, you need to be gravitating towards those opportunities that will enable you to move your family to this country. If you're wanting to get into healthcare, into nursing, looking for apprenticeships where you can get paid to work and study at the same time, again, those are the things that I'm passionate about. And that's what I'm really all about, really. So we're going to be talking about this today. Has the time changed? And if so, what is a new period? So generally speaking, it's always been 5 years. But the truth about the matter is it depends on the visa that you have. By the way, if you're not aware, I do have a free newsletter. I've dropped the link in the comment section below. It's free to join. You drop your name and email and you're part of that newsletter, so that when I've got information such as this, I send it directly to your amazing inbox. So you're not reliant on the YouTube algorithm for such vital information that is crucial for your personal and professional development. I also share information about free visa sponsorship jobs and opportunities to move to the UK or to switch if you're already in this amazing country with your family. I also share info about career progression opportunities as well. You're also going to find my contact details on there. There's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address, so that if you need to get in contact with me, then you can check the comment section. You'll see my contact details and you can get in contact with me after watching this video, so that if you need that one-to-one support, tailored guidance, you need clarifications about your personal circumstances, then that is crucial. Because look, YouTube videos are good, but they are very generic. There is no information that is tailored to a specific individual. I don't know what your situation is at the moment. So by the way, leave a comment in the comment section. What is your situation right now? Are you looking for opportunities to move to the UK? If so, which opportunities are you interested in? Are you already in the UK? Are you studying? Are you working? Are you on a dependent visa? Are you looking for jobs, visa sponsorship, part-time opportunities, work from home jobs, career progression? Again, I'm really passionate about all of that. So you can get in contact with me if you are keen on getting that support with any aspect of this regarding, obviously, the UK. So what exactly does the law say regarding getting indefinite leave to remain in 3 years? It is true that there are UK visas that would enable you get indefinite leave to remain and permanent residence in the UK in only 3 years. So what are these visas? Because obviously the type of visa you have is going to determine how long you need to wait for this particular process. One of the visas, you've got a global talent visa. So the global talent visa is for people that have special talent, obviously, and that have received endorsements from a UK professional body to acknowledge the fact that they are so good at this and they would be an asset if they move to the UK. So this visa, anybody can apply from any industry. As you know, when it comes to visa sponsorship, there are only specific jobs that are eligible for visa sponsorship, which means that if you're a hairdresser, for example, you're a seamstress, you're a designer, you're creative, you're a ballerina, all those other creative things, you can use a global talent visa to get to the UK. But mind you, when you're looking at visas, data is always powerful. Data is so important. And so you need to look at what the data says. So this visa was introduced about 10 years ago in the UK, and over the 10-year period, 5,000 people have been successful with applying for this particular visa. So hundreds and thousands of people apply every single year, but over the 10-year span that this visa has existed, 5,000 people have been successful. This is from the update that the UK Visa and Immigration Service obviously updated in 2023. So if you look at the fact that only 5,000 people have been successful, you can see that most of the applications are not successful. If you look at the fact that the health and care worker visa, for example, in 2023 alone, over 150,000 people moved to the UK on this visa. You can see the comparison and see that if somebody wants to move to the UK on a health and care worker visa, say as a nurse, as a doctor, with those clinical, non-clinical jobs, as a carer, it's easier than if you're going for a global talent visa because of the expectations, the requirements, the endorsement, and all of that. But the advantage that a global talent visa has is that it enables you to be able to get indefinite leave to remain in only 3 years. So it's one of such visas. And again, if you've got any questions, by the way, as I'm going along, leave that in the comment section below. If you enjoy this content, obviously hit the like button. It lets me know you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more. One thing I must say is that what about dependents? You may be watching this and you're in the UK on this visa, for example, as a dependent, or you're thinking about your partner that may be eligible for this visa, and you're like, okay, what about me as a dependent? So on this visa, you can move to the UK with your dependents, obviously. The difference is that the main applicants can have indefinite leave to remain after 3 years. But again, it depends on which organization, which UK organization actually endorsed you for the particular skill or reason that you're coming to the UK. But for dependents, your dependents still need to be in the UK for at least 5 years to be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain. So it's one of those visas where the rules are different for the main applicants and the dependents, but the fact you can bring dependents obviously is still amazing, and it's still a visa that is worth considering because many people would be eligible, but it's just that you need to do a lot of fact finding, a lot of documentation beforehand before you can even attempt to apply for this visa. So the global talent visa, yes, you can get UK indefinite leave to remain and permanent residence after 3 years only. So this is something that the UK government has updated on their website. It's on the website, but like I say, it depends on which UK organization actually endorsed you to be able to get that visa. And there's like 3 different organizations that, are eligible to be able to get this 3-year indefinite leave to remain. There are also some business visas that if you get a business visa as an investor, as an entrepreneur, and move to the UK, you're able to get indefinite leave to remain after 3 years. Look, the interesting thing about this is that if you're on a work visa, so you apply for jobs and all of that, look, you still need to wait 5 years. You still need to wait 5 years to be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain, because the rules say that on a work visa, you must have worked at least 5 years full-time for the company that has given you sponsorship. So if you're watching this, by the way, and you're in the UK with an organization that isn't giving you enough hours, you're unlikely to qualify for indefinite leave to remain when you apply in 5 years' time. Many people are not aware of this, and they're like, hey, I've got my 5-year visa and my company doesn't have work for me, but I can just get jobs with other companies, and that's absolutely fine. It is not legal. It is not okay. Obviously, I'm not an immigration lawyer. I'm just saying this as a layperson who has read this information from the UK government website. And if you do need an immigration lawyer, they do make sure that you contact somebody who is, trained and experienced to give that legal advice. But the best thing I'm going to say is if you've got any doubts, you need to make sure that you're checking the UK government website about the specific visa that you're interested in, or indeed that you are holding in the UK. Very, very crucial. And so when it comes to that process, obviously, you may be thinking about the finances, the funding. How much does it cost? Do they have to pay? Well, if you're getting it in 3 years, say from the global talent visa route, you still need to pay the normal fee. So currently for this particular route, it costs just over £2,800 per person to apply for indefinite leave to remain. And then there's a priority service, which if you pay an extra £500, you can get a decision on your indefinite leave to remain within 1 week. But you can also go for the super priority service, which means that if you pay an extra £1,000 again, you can get your decision within the next working day, which means if you go on a Monday, for example, you will get the decision on a Tuesday. So the next working day, which means if it's on a Friday, you get a decision by Monday, because working days are Monday to Friday. So the UK is a country that appreciates people that have got money. You know, the more money you have and the more money you're willing to spend, the more privileges you're going to have. And this is one of those things where people are always like, money doesn't matter, you know, it's all vanity. Let me tell you, it makes all the difference. Those people that have money, that can afford it, there are pathways to move to the UK that are only really for people that have a lot of money, because those people don't need to apply for jobs, they don't need COS, you know, visa sponsorship, employers. They don't go through all the crap that you and I go through as ordinary people. And so many of these pathways also, they can get, you know, indefinite leave to remain or British passports much sooner. But if you're coming on a work visa, look, it's 5 years. As of today, that has not changed. I mean, it may change in the future. I've got no idea. I hope it does. But as of today, there is no change when it comes to work visas, and it is still 5 years. So that is what we're talking about. Again, these are just rumors that are spreading. I mean, I don't know where it started from, but I've had lots of messages saying, hey, we've had the good news. I'm, you know, a nurse in the UK. I've been here for 4 years. Does it mean I can apply? You know, I'm a carer in the UK. I'm working for the NHS. I'm in IT. You know, can I apply now because I've been 3 years? The answer is, as of today, this is not something that the government has confirmed. And so the length of time is still 5 years for people that are on a skilled worker visa or indeed a health and care worker visa. So do make sure that when you're hearing info from WhatsApp groups, YouTube channels, such as this, by the way, make sure that you're checking out that info on the government website. Check this video out.